What is the main source of energy for sperm cells in ejaculate? A. Starch. B. Fructose. C. Sucrose. D. Galactose. The answer is B. Fructose. The primary energy source of spermatozoa is fructose, produced by the seminal vesicle along with multiple amino acids, vitamin C, enzymes, and flavin. Where are mature spermatozoa stored before ejaculation? A. In the vas deferens. B. In the seminal vesicles. C. In the epididymis. D. In the seminiferous tubules. The answer is C. In the epididymis. Fully formed spermatozoa from the seminal vesicles are transported to the epididymis, where they are stored for 2 to 3 months. During ejaculation, stored sperm are moved from the lower epididymis via peristaltic action of the muscle layers of the vas deferens, mixed with various fluids to form semen. Which of the following structures produces the fluids that combine with sperm to form semen? A. The seminal vesicles. B. The bulbourethral gland. C. The prostate. D. All of these are correct. The answer is D. All of these are correct. Seminal fluid is formed by several glands. The prostate contributes proteolytic enzymes, citric acid, acid phosphatase, zinc, fibrinolysin, and prostate-specific antigen. The seminal vesicles contribute various flavins, fructose, and amino acids. The bulbourethral glands secrete a mucus that allows the semen to travel rapidly through the urethra, potentially aiding its route toward the cervix. What is the reproductive function of the prostate? A. Production of fructose. B. Lubrication of the urethra. C. Aids in sperm production. D. Alkalinization of the semen. The answer is D. Alkalinization of the semen. The prostate, a fleshy endocrine gland inferior to the outlet of the male bladder, secretes a slightly alkaline milky fluid that makes up 1/3 of the volume of semen. This alkalinity helps neutralize the acid environment of the vagina, increasing the likelihood of conception. Lubrication of the urethra is provided by the bulbourethral gland, while fructose is produced within the seminal vesicles. The prostate does not take part in sperm production. Which of the following cavernous bodies in the penis contains the urethra? A. The corpus cavernosum. B. The corpus spongiosum. C. The epididymis. D. The vas deferens. The answer is B. The corpus spongiosum. The urethra travels through the corpus spongiosum, one of 3 cavernous bodies in the human penis. The other 2 cavernous bodies are a set of sponge-like erectile tissues called the corpus cavernosum. The vas deferens and epididymis are both part of the storage and transportation of semen. The vas deferens joins with the urethra in the penis to facilitate ejaculation. What nerve carries sensory information from the external genitalia? A. The inferior gluteal nerve. B. The pudendal nerve. C. The posterior femoral cutaneous nerve. D. The superior gluteal nerve. The answer is B. The pudendal nerve. The pudendal nerve transmits sensation from the external genitalia, the skin around the anus, and the perineum. It also provides motor function to several important structures in the area, including musculature of the pelvic floor, the external urethral sphincter, and the external anal sphincter. The other nerves listed do not provide any sensory or motor innervation to the genitals. Which of these lists the correct sequence of spermatogenesis? A. Spermatogonia undergo mitosis to become primary spermatids, which undergo meiosis I to become primary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis II to become secondary spermatocytes, which subdivide to form spermatozoa. B. Spermatogonia undergo mitosis to become primary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis I to become secondary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis II to become spermatids, which subdivide to form spermatozoa. C. Spermatogonia undergo meiosis I to become primary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis II to become secondary spermatocytes, which undergo mitosis to become spermatids, which subdivide to form spermatozoa. D. Spermatids undergo meiosis I to become primary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis II to become secondary spermatocytes, which undergo mitosis to become spermatogonia, which subdivide to form tertiary spermatocytes. The answer is B. Spermatogonia undergo mitosis to become primary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis I to become secondary spermatocytes, which undergo meiosis II to become spermatids, which subdivide to form spermatozoa. Sperm development begins with spermatogonia, undifferentiated male germ cell of the seminiferous tubules. During spermatogenesis, these cells first divide via mitosis to form 2 primary spermatocytes. Those cells then divide meiotically to form 2 secondary spermatocytes, which then undergo meiosis II to become spermatids. Spermatids then mature further to form spermatozoa via the process of spermiogenesis. Which of the following terms refers the process by which spermatids mature into motile sperm? A. Spermiogenesis. B. Meiosis II. C. Spermatogenesis. D. Meiosis I. The answer is A. Spermiogenesis. The process by which spermatids mature into motile spermatozoa is called spermiogenesis. It is the final stage of spermatogenesis. During spermiogenesis, a polarity develops within the cell, which defines the cell as having a head end and a tail end. An acrosmal cap is formed over the head of the sperm, and a tail is formed via the elongation of a centriole within the cell. What is the name for the cap-like structure that covers the head of mature spermatozoa? A. The acrosome. B. The Golgi cap. C. The zona pellucida. D. The acrogolgi sheath. The answer is A. The acrosome. The cap that forms over the head and anterior tail of the spermatozoa is known as the acrosome. It is derived from the Golgi apparatus, an organelle within the sperm cell. The acrosome prevents premature fertilization of the egg outside of the uterus. Within the uterus there are several proteolytic and glycosidic enzymes that begin to break down the acrosome, rendering it capable of fertilization. When the sperm meets the egg, the acrosome is then able to bind to the egg's zona pellucida, which triggers further breakdown of the acrosome, known as the acrosome reaction. This further breakdown releases enzymes held within the acrosome that allow the sperm to penetrate the zona pellucida, allowing conception to occur. A fetus that is in the head-down position before delivery is said to have which of the following presentations? A. Breech. B. Transverse. C. Cephalic. D. Caudal. The answer is C. Cephalic. A fetus that assumes a head-down position during labor is said to have a cephalic presentation. The infant may still be oriented in a number of directions, such as vertex position, with the occiput anterior and the face and front of the body toward the mother's spine, face presentation with the head tilted back into full neck extension, or occipito-posterior, in which the occiput is against the sacrum. In a transverse presentation, the fetus is sidelong, while a breech presentation the fetus head is superior while the legs are inferior.